Welcome to the TIPS Training and Certification online training. Learn anytime, anywhere. Now the TIPS training on lab quality management system for quality manager. This is a module 9, control of non-conforming testing or calibration work as per clause 4.9 of IS 17025-2005. What is non-conformity? In any management system, non-conformity is a deviation from a specification, a standard, or an expectation. You can also say that the non-conformity is the non-fulfillment of a requirement, and non-conformity refers to a failure to comply with the requirements. A requirement is a need, expectation, or obligation. It can be stated or implied by an organization, its customer, or other interested parties. For example, suppose you have designed a test certificate by following IS 17025 standard, and during a review of a document or during an audit you find that one of the requirements is missing from IS 17025, then it is a non-conformance for violating a requirement. When non-conformity occurs, the organization must react to the non-conformity and as applicable. Whenever there is any non-conformity identified, then it is the responsibility of an organization or the lab to take the action to control and correct it. Deal with the consequences. Corrective action shall be appropriate to the significance of the effect of the non-conformity encountered. The organization must retain documented information as evidence. For example, in that case, if you find that the test certificate which is developed as per IS 17025 is missing some requirement, then you have to take the corrective action for that. And then what was the requirement in the IS 17025, you incorporate in the system and then amend the test certificate and issue a new one or amended certificate to the lab. So the test certificate which were having some non-conformity were also kept as evidence. The process shall incorporate the following step for taking the corrective action for any non-conformity. First, to review the non-conformity. It is very important whenever there is a non-conformity. It is the responsibility of a lab to review that the non-conformity, whether it belongs to the technical requirement or the quality management requirement. Determine the cause of a non-conformity. Always do the cause analysis whenever there is a non-conformity occurs. Determine if similar non-conformities exist or could potentially occur. Determine and implement any corrective action needed. Review the effectiveness of any corrective action taken. Make changes to the quality management system if necessary. Customer is informed immediately if necessary. Suppose if there is a major non-conformity, then it is very important for a lab to inform the customer. Verification of corrective action taken shall be carried out. Whenever there is a non-conformity taken by the lab, after some time, the lab must check whether the corrective action applies is working or not. Time period to complete the non-conformity to be defined. Whenever there is a non-conformity, lab must define the time period, how much time it is going to take to correct it for the required non-conformity. Authorization for resumption of work to be defined. Now the types of non-conformity. The minor non-conformity means any non-conformity which does not adversely affect the performance, durability, interchangeability, reliability, maintainability, effective use or operation, weight or appearance, health or safety of a product. This is called a minor non-conformity. You can see the example which we have given earlier for a test certificate. This is a minor non-conformity. If you have missed the non-conformity, if you have missed the requirement to add in a test certificate, then it is a minor non-conformity, because you have already designed the test certificate, but you missed one thing which were there in the requirement of ISO 17025. Major non-conformity means any non-conformity other than the critical which may result in failure or materially reduce the usability of the product for the intended purpose, and which cannot be completely eliminated by the rework or reduced to a minor non-conformity by an approved repair. Means suppose you are not developed at critical non-conformity means any non-conformity which may result in hazardous or unsafe condition for individual using, maintaining or depending upon the product or prevent performance of a vital product. Key point for the non-conformity is there should be a policy and process that come into effect when results do not conform to its procedure. Corrective action should be taken immediately to avoid the recurrence. The significance of non-conforming work should be evaluated. For example, the possible impact on other testing or calibration work. If necessary, customer should be notified. The lab must define the responsibility and authority for taking corrective action. For example, quality manager will take corrective action if non-conformity is from management requirement, and technical manager will take corrective action if non-conformity is from technical requirement. Corrective action along with root cause analysis shall be started immediately when any non-conformity is observed in the process. Thank you.